Let's talk Tanya for the 25th of Elul. Yesterday we explained that there are two different types of tzedakah which Hashem gives. There's tzedakah which Hashem gives today, which is the mamalik element, the finite, limited light and energy of God that enters the system of creation. And then there is the ultimate tzedakah, the infinite light of God, soiva kalaman, which will be revealed here in this world when Moshiach comes. With this, we'll be able to understand two interesting statements of our sages about when Moshiach comes. One of them is, it says, when Moshiach comes, tzadikim yoshen, the tzadikim will be sitting, and we are all tzadikim. And va'atriseihem b'reisheim, and their crowns on their heads. Now, what does that mean? Are we actually all going to be having crowns on our heads? I don't think that when Moshiach comes, that will be of much of interest to us to be sitting with a golden crown with some jewels on our head. We're obviously talking about something deeper, something spiritual. What is this crown? The system of creation begins with the world of Atzilus. Above and beyond the world of Atzilus is where we have the Soiv of Kalama, that infinite light of God, which is known as Keser. It is God's crown. So when we talk about when Mashiach comes, we are going to be having our crowns on our heads. That is a reference to the revelation of God's Keser, of God's crowns, which will be adorning us at that time also. Which also explains why it says that we know in the davening, we talk about how the angels, they say, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. They talk about God and they exclaim, Holy, Holy, Holy. And our sages tell us that when Mashiach comes, that the angels will continue saying holy, but who will they be saying holy to? To the tzaddikim, to the Jewish people. They'll be singing our praises and talking about our holiness. And again, what is the message over here? Holiness, again, as we've discussed many times, the word kodesh or kadosh in Hebrew, holiness means something which is removed, which is beyond. That is Soivev Kalman, that is that infinite light of God. Right now, Soivev is in God's domain, but when Mashiach comes, that level of godliness, that infinite level of godliness, which is Kadosh, which is holy and removed, will be revealed over here in this world, and we will all be experiencing it to the point that the angels will be singing our praises and calling us Kadosh. Now, the obvious question is, we know that there's a system of worlds, and there's a higher level of energy in the higher worlds and a lower level of divine energy in the lower worlds, because the lower worlds cannot tolerate a higher energy. And here we're saying that the highest energy and highest level of godliness of all will be revealed over here in this lowly physical world when Mashiach comes. How is that possible? And the answer is, this whole idea of a higher energy in a higher world, a lower energy in a lower world, that applies only to Mamalak element, and that light which is a finite light. But here we're talking about Seva Kalman. It's an infinite light. Because it is infinite, there is no world that can tolerate it and contain it. Even the highest world. It's not tolerable at all. So therefore, over here, we can't ask a question and say, how is our world going to be a keli? How is our world going to be able to contain it? The answer is, because God is infinite, and because He's Kol Yachol, He can do whatever He wants. That light can be revealed here in this world, and it's not any more surprising that it's revealed here in this world than if it were to be revealed in some sort of higher world. Tomorrow, in tomorrow's Tanya, we're going to wrap up this discussion, and based on the information that we've learned today and yesterday, we're going to be able to answer the remaining questions that we asked on the pasuk, L'chol tichla ra'isi kates, rechava mitzvascha mi'od, which we asked in yesterday's Tanya.